EverQuest 2 has always had the bones of a really good game. At launch, it had decent graphics for an MMO at the time, the music and sounds are great and the gameplay was fast and exciting compared to many other MMOs. All of this didn't really matter much though, as it launched just a few weeks before World of Warcraft, which became a giant in the MMO space, leaving all other titles in its shadow for years to come. But even in World of Warcraft's shadow, EQ2 managed to thrive for half a decade due to the fact that the original game was very good. The first expansions and adventure packs were also good and included some very memorable areas, features, and challenges, but like many other MMOs, the quality of EQ2's updates started declining with time. All the earlier areas in EQ2 are still fantastic. They are well designed and genuinely fun to explore. If you can gather a group of friends and casually adventure through Norath, I would advise you to do so. As you move closer and closer to current content, however, its faults start to become apparent. The latest expansion Visions of Vetrovia first takes you to an area called the Svarni Expanse, and the first thing to greet you is a full set of max level gear. You don't even have to complete a single quest or kill a single mob, just loot the chest. Once the gear is equipped you can almost one-shot most mobs in the entire zone, but solo instances are so difficult that you will likely not make it past the first few mobs unless you've spent a lot of time or real-life money upgrading your character. At almost level 122, 3 levels from cap, I was completely stuck and I couldn't progress any further because certain mobs just became too tough. It's all too clear that this has been designed on purpose to milk the remaining player base for a few dollars. All of EQ2's endgame systems are also unnecessarily complicated and hostile towards new players. Understanding how your character works with all the different types of stats and systems takes a huge amount of time and effort, and will surely drive new players away. In terms of graphics, Everquest 2 really shows its age, and it has held up a lot worse than World of Warcraft, but this is the case with most older MMOs. Many of the game's areas are still stunning even with the dated graphics. My biggest issue is that there is no form of scaling for the user interface, so if you play on a high resolution, the UI will appear tiny. The soundtrack in Everquest 2 is fantastic. The music from the base game reminds me a lot of the music from the 2005 Narnia movie, which came out at around the same time. The voice acting and sounds are also very good for their time.
I heard the Ratanga play it for fun.
You must completely devote yourself to the notions of truth and goodness.
Well met, friend. It's good to make your acquaintance.
If you are looking to get into or getting back to EQ2, you might be wondering if the game is still active or if it's dead by now. The truth is that the population of EQ2 has been declining for years, but like most MMOs, there is still a dedicated community, and you should still be able to find people to play with, especially if you join a guild. According to a report from Daybreak Games and EG7, the owners of the Everquest franchise, Everquest 2 has around 29,000 monthly active users and 21,000 paying members, which is a bit lower than Dungeons & Dragons Online and less than half of the population of the original Everquest. These numbers match well with player numbers on Steam, where the original EQ has about a little over twice as many players as EQ2. Saying exactly how many people play Everquest 2 is impossible, but there still seems to be enough for a healthy population, and the fact that Daybreak Games still is releasing expansions for the game certainly verifies that. Everquest 2 has been a free-to-play title since 2011. Most of the game can be enjoyed without spending much at all. I would recommend at least getting a membership for $14.99 a month if you plan on sticking around. Memberships can be purchased with Platinum on the broker in-game as well, but be prepared to spend some time farming. Without a membership, you will have limitations when using the broker, mail, guilds, and spell or ability upgrades. As you get closer to endgame, EQ2 becomes slightly more pay to win. You can get most things without paying, but upgrading mercenaries or mounts will take months without spending any cash. In the end, I would say it's worth it to at least give Everquest 2 a try. Parts of the game are fantastic while other parts are not so great, but that is true for most MMOs out today. The game can be a good fit for fans of Neverwinter, who enjoy many different ways of character progression. Fans of other old-school MMO titles such as Dungeons & Dragons Online who enjoy theory crafting or exploring deep and intricate dungeons could also get a kick out of EQ2. Everquest 2 also features a huge amount of appearance gear and mounts, pets, and items to collect, which might appeal to WoW players who enjoy collecting mounts and transmog. Finally, EQ2 might be a good fit for players of the original Everquest who wants to delve deeper into the rich world of Norath. What is your opinion of Everquest 2? Let us know in the comments below.